So one of my favorite questions to ask, and has been now for a couple of years, even though now it seems a little bit more relevant, is the question, is our world really changing, right? Because we look around and it seems like there's a lot of change, right? We have social movements, we have COVID, we have technology, we have all of these elements that give us the feeling that something must be changing. But really I'd like to challenge you, as we do all the time in our work, to think critically about this idea of change. That if we are going to buy into the narrative or the idea of change or the belief of change, we need to understand what exactly is changing in our world and in our society. Because it's my belief that our world isn't actually changing that much. It's just becoming more sophisticated at representing the idea or the veneer, the exterior of change. And why it's important to understand that we're just becoming more sophisticated at changing the outside and not the inside is that if we think that the change is happening and we are excited about the change, right? We're buying into the idea of change, the veneer, we actually then not getting involved in the change. We're like, yes, you guys do that change stuff. I'm really busy. I've got a deliverable, but I'm not going to change, right? Or if we buy into the idea of change and it's very scary, we're like, that change is terrifying. I need to surround myself by safety. No, that's so scary. Again, both of these are passive and reactive. So when we think that change, or when we understand that things aren't actually changing that much, it empowers us to lean in to drive the change. So here's a little example for you. We have a house, right? Here's our house, and we paint the outside of the house a brand new color, and we're like, wow, we have a brand new house. It's not. It's not a brand new house. It is the same house. All we have done is we have painted the outside to give the feeling that something is new, but really it is the same house with the same structure, with the same ownership, the same rooms, the same interior design, everything. And this is what I believe is happening in society, that the house of society is not changing that much, but we just paint the outside and we're like, yay, change! But it's not, right? So whether you like the color or you don't like the color is kind of irrelevant, right? What we need to be thinking about is, what does change really look like in society? What does changing the structures of society mean? What does changing the ownership of society mean? What does changing the interior design mean? Who's in charge of that change? Who gets to determine the interior design and the flow and the plans? How do we negotiate that? That for me is of critical importance. So those social movements are important, right? They are not enough for us to be changing the structures. We all need to be involved, whether we like it or not.